right, hello. It is Pick Central. Pick Central, our daily gambling show. We have our four regulars in the building, and our road correspondent will be calling in shortly, Ben Mintz. Can't really joke about Ben Mintz today. I mean, fucking dude went out there and delivered, didn't he?
Well, you could joke a little.
When you're hot, you're hot.
Yeah, no, well, yeah, you can joke a little bit, but I mean, the motherfucker did. He went out there and got a video that popped off.
I thought it was a funny video. Very funny video. The pointing was fucking hysterical. The evidence last year is
well, we can talk about that.
But the video was funny. I didn't know it was a backup whistler. I didn't even know they had a backup.
Yeah, it's a backup whistler. It's not the starter.
How do they have a backup?
It's like saying you're gonna score on Kobe and you score on Smush Parker. but no, he still went. It was a good video. The scoreboard kid stole the show.
Yeah.
The little wearing there's no more typical Southern guy than that.
Abercrombie shirt.
Just sitting there in his fishing shirt. Well, we're gonna play it probably 30 times.
I want to watch.
What do you mean? Can we play it again?
I'm going to keep this short and sweet. You should be ashamed of your behavior. You put yourself above everybody in the stadium. But you're a disgrace to the South. That's all I have.
Look at female Ben Mintz.
That is him.
Took his hat off.
Scoreboard. All right. Look at the guy beside scoreboard guy. Didn't say shit. Gratuitous shot of his titty on the way back. All right.
Pants is so.
All right. We need to do it one more time.
Be ashamed of your behavior. You put yourself above everybody in the stadium. But you're a disgrace to the South.
You're a disgrace to the South.
If only we had a guy that would ride for the Southeast Conference in this building.
Scoreboard.
He should have waited until they were winning.
No, I think it's better when you're losing. I
Pissed off.
We know we joke about Mintz, we really do, but I fucking love that he did it. I think it was awesome.
It was a great idea. I mean,
great idea.
The concept was a good idea.
It's a good concept, and it has to be him. It couldn't be me because I don't have the wherewithal in that moment. When they cuss back, I would have just lost it and started cussing, and it wouldn't have been a good video. That was a good video.
Because he doesn't curse, and
right.
The way it's again, if Rico went up there, everyone would have been like, "All right, dude,
yeah,
like, relax." And then Mincy was just like, saying you're a disgrace to the South.
There's nothing you can say to a Southern man worse than that. That's like
that points at you and says you should be ashamed of your behavior.
Yeah,
it's like because usually anyone else would be like, "Go fuck yourself," like your whistling sucks. Like that's what you'd say.
I got to give you a little background. He is right. The Vandy Whistlers do put themselves above everybody else. They ruin everybody else's viewing experience. If you've never watched an SEC baseball game featuring Vanderbilt, they whistle constantly, and it's not like a little whistle. It's just a big dog whistle, and it's awful. There's two of them. He did go with the backup. I don't know where the starter is. I assume the starter's going to get there today. It looks like he was on Pawn Stars. But
crazy.
A hell of a job by Mintz to go out and
I did watch it with you in Omaha, and it is fucking annoying.
Dude, he was such a villain out there. They were selling Ban the Whistler shirts.
I have
every
a Ban the
school's
Whistler
color.
shirt. I wish I'd have thought I would have worn the damn thing. They gave me one. They came up to me and said, "Wear this." I'm like, okay. But it was a championship game, so I was like, I don't want to make it about that. But yeah, there was
every color, right?
There were Ban the Whistler shirts, and there were 8 teams out there in 7 different colors.
Because listen, there's
because Vandy was out there too.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So like Fireman Ed, sure, like the dancing guy at the Rangers, like all that shit is like one time during the game. You know who they are.
No, they're pieces of shit.
And they do take away from it, but the Whistler is so fucking piercing. You hear it everywhere, and it's like, all right.
I don't understand why Vanderbilt lets it happen. Like I wouldn't play. I wouldn't play there. I'd be like, Coach, I ain't listening to this shit.
Yeah, I'd be like,
he does it when the ball's not in play, so they can't complain.
It's crazy. I asked TJ like, how often
couldn't they in like
does it
other
every time
like
it's not
in like
every time
in road stadiums? Can't they just ban the whistle?
It's him. They can't.
It's
It's
not
not
a
like he
whistle.
brought a whistle
It's
in.
his fingers, it's his mouth.
Yeah.
I could do it.
I thought he literally had a whistle.
No, you're thinking like when I go to Boss and they would take away my whistle. Mine is an enhanced whistle. This guy is working from his own body.
I watch a ton of SEC baseball, but I don't know. I mean, well, could they just tell the guy like stop fucking whistling or you're out? Like I'm saying, say he goes on the road to like Ole Miss, for example. They couldn't just be like, "Yo, like stop whistling," or you're.
I don't think he does on the road. He does it at neutral sites in Vanderbilt. I don't know if he does it on the road. Like Hoover's a neutral site, and so the SEC, they're a bunch of coward bitches. They let him do it. Omaha lets him do it, and it's just and Vandy obviously lets him do it. So has he called in yet? He hasn't called in yet.
So the next 2 to 3 minutes. He's
Okay.
probably busy.
I
doing
will say
interviews.
something about him. No one loves to suck their own dick after they do something right, though. And that's Mintzy. And he has every right to right now. But, man, he's posting articles. He's posting him trending 6 times. I'm pretty sure he thanked himself.
Oh, yeah. And I have a feeling he's coming in hot. I can't wait for him to call in. I
can't wait.
There's a call coming in.
But, hey, he can suck his own dick right now. It was a funny video.
It was a really good video. Good for him.
The Mintz girl is funny.
Yeah, that's female Mintz.
So get out of here.
All right. The king of
South Brandon.
a particular region of the country, a small. Hey, Ben Mintz.
How we doing, Brandon?
Oh, there he is. Hot.
Good, good. You must be on top of the world right now.
I am. I gotta say, I felt like the Barstool thing. Nobody gives a crap if I think somebody has a plus slider, or we all know I really don't know anything about college baseball anyway, and that's with Barstool, I think that's what it's about. And to be honest, that Vandy Whistler, Brandon, I mean, you said it on Twitter. I mean, he's been asking for it for over a decade, and I felt like it was an opportunity to say publicly what everyone in the SEC has been feeling anyway. And so I thought before it, I'm like, people are going to love this because everybody wants to do this to this guy anyway. So I think it went about as well as it could.
What inning did you do it in?
It was the mid-game update in the bottom of the 5th, but I'll tell the quick story. So before the game, in my pregame video, I declared war on the Whistler. And then he caught me, because my original plan was to sneak up a row behind him and just ear hole him, with a just loud, just vicious, yell, scream, to just shock him was my plan. But, of course, I can't do anything stealthily because I'm, very loud. So he figured it. The guy behind him was on my Twitter. And so they caught me over there taking a picture of him as I was doing content. And so I was standing on the concourse after, and the woman by him sent security by and was stalking me for 2 innings in the 3rd or 4th. So I was like, okay, we're not going to be able to do anything stealthily. I'm just screw it. I'm just going to go confront this guy face to face. And I knew I wanted to tell him he was a disgrace to the Southeastern Conference. Those were my exact words. So I had the video guy follow me. And I just said, I'm going to keep this short and sweet. The way you behave is a joke, and you're a disgrace to the Southeastern Conference. And you should be ashamed of yourself. And, that was what we did. And, judging by the response online, everybody loved it. Even Vandy fans, I'm getting more, DMs thanking me from Vandy fans than I am hate, and that's their own team. So I feel like it needed to be said.
Well, I need to ask a question because you've said in the aftermath, you security talked to you for 3 minutes. I need you to detail that 3-minute conversation with me, please.
Okay, so I'm walking up, and the 2 security guards come because the lady that was sitting by him complained, and they started talking to me. They were like, we're thinking about kicking you out. I was like, look, I'm just gonna go sit on the Ole Miss side. I'm not gonna, it's fine. I'm not gonna bother y'all again. Blah, blah, blah. And they kind of debated it, and they were like, okay, but if you come over here again, you're out. I thought about I should have gone, escalated it more and tried to get kicked out to just make it more to roll with it. But I was a little worried if I get kicked out, I don't want to get, blackballed out of the SEC tourney in Hoover or any SEC event. So I thought that would be short-sighted. One of the other funny details, Brandon, at the end of the video, because I was right down by the on-deck circle in the Vandy dugout, Enrique Bradfield, their All-American leadoff hitters, in shock on the on-deck circle, right by this video, too.
I actually thought I didn't know if that was Corbin. There's a coach there, too, that is observing.
No, I think it was him. I think it was Corbin.
They got to understand that those guys are assholes. I don't understand why Vanderbilt lets it happen.
Yeah, and then that was you mentioned it. That's actually the worst part is that wasn't the original Whistler.
Oh, that's the back. You did go with the backup.
Well, what are you going to do? I mean, the main guy wasn't there. I called him out publicly. He didn't show his face.
Well, let me ask you this. I mean, you're going back today, I assume, if rain holds off. You're going back the rest of the week. Vanderbilt's still there. I mean, is this thing over between you guys?
Okay, so I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's over, but I feel like if I go anywhere near him, I mean, I'm probably getting tossed. So I'm going to have to really – I mean, it's not over, but I'm going to have to just do some creative thinking on how to approach it because now he's looking for me, and literally if I, go in his section, the security's going to be caught.
You got to go in a disguise and bring your own whistle.
Is it general assignment seating or what are we talking about?
I mean, it's pretty laid back because the rain and it's not packed, but he's sitting front row behind that Vandy dugout, so it's going to be tough to get down there.
Can you buy the tickets? Can you buy a ticket right around him?
Maybe. I think those would be like their school's tickets, but I mean, I'm sure I can walk down and get near there. But you're right, I'd have to get. I don't know if I can get one of those tickets. I'll look.
Yeah, I mean, if you bought one of the tickets, they can't keep you away. Yeah, they can't.
But
no, exactly. That's the way. You're right. That's the way to go about it. They're playing Tennessee tonight, but it's going to be the super late game because, like you said, the weather is really horrible, and I don't really like cheering for Tennessee either. So we're kind of stuck in the middle on that.
Skip that game.
I don't know. I think that's the one I got to go to. I mean, I feel like that's the most entertaining. I mean, today's games, it's like Auburn, Kentucky at 12:45, and then Bama, Arkansas. I mean, I'm going to get out there and do some stuff, but that Tennessee Vandy is probably the best one.
Buys a ticket, wears a wig, and just sitting by him, and every time he whistles, he fucking brings out a real whistle.
Can you whistle?
I can't whistle. I can just all I can do is just. You've seen what I can do obnoxious when I yell the hotty toddy. That's my the loud yelling is what I can get them with.
I'm right.
What could you suck my dick? What could you do? Because you can't do a real whistle because they'll take it away. You can't have an artificial noisemaker. So could you get loaded up on beans and just every time he whistles just fart? What could you do?
Find a whistler.
I don't know. Think
Someone
about
else
it.
Like there's
got to be something.
Recruit another whistler.
I could do. I need to get a seat down there, though. You're totally right. That's the only way because of the current security situation. But the only other time I almost got thrown out of a game was the 2002 Indy Bowl, where I smashed a plastic beer bottle down when the Nebraska punt returner DeJuan Gross ran a punt back before the half against Ole Miss.
Yeah, that made me mad too.
That was literally the only other time I've almost gotten tossed. That was like 20 years ago.
You watching the video back, you understand that woman would have whipped your ass, right?
Oh, dude, I mean, I ain't winning no fights, I just was going there to make my point and say my piece. She was upset. So apparently, backstory, I said she was his wife, and she was like, I am not that guy's wife. So she was super offended that I said.
She's sitting all hugged up with him.
Yeah, that's what I said. What are you going to do, man? So
there's 6,000 seats in the stadium, and you're sitting next to the guy who's whistling all night. You chose to sit there.
No, I agree. But they were real. And then right after the game, I was standing outside the stadium waiting on an Uber, and the whistler went by in a golf cart whistling at me, and I might or might not have called him a scumbag. Who can know? But that didn't get picked up on camera. So I feel like there's no way this thing's over. I mean, I feel like it's just starting, but I got to figure out the right move. Marty, your idea of a wig is a great one.
Yeah, I think that
going in there with a wig.
If you sit right by him,
going in there with a wig would be something.
I mean, you're not gonna have an Ole Miss shirt on this time, right? Because you guys got eliminated like a sack of trash. So you're just gonna go down there. I mean, you'll have normal clothes on. So
you should go as a Vandy person.
Yeah, go get you a Vandy shirt.
I don't know what it is about Vandy baseball. My two biggest viral Barstool videos are the Omaha video last year, and then now this. I guess they just bring it out of me somehow. I don't know.
And we got one more thing we got to bring up.
Okay.
This wasn't me. I didn't find it. There is footage of you from the College World Series last year joining with the Whistler and clapping along and being Team Whistler.
I mean, I was there playing Mississippi State. I thought whatever needs necessary.
No,
at the time, but
they were playing Stanford.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the game when I bet. Okay, well, that might have happened when I had money on them. I'm not going to deny these allegations because they're probably true. But I had money on them, and I can't. There's no running from the truth on this one. I had money on them, and if in my defense, I'd lost like 11 straight bets, and Dave Portnoy was dragging my carcass through the streets every day on Twitter. So I thought, I needed to win by any means necessary. But I could see how that would be looked upon as treason and a traitorous act a year later. I feel like that's fair.
Well, listen, this is a views business, and you went down there and got views and got eyeballs and got everything. That's our job. So you did it. Congratulations. Way to fucking go. And
that was the thought. Like I said, I don't think that's all I can do.
Now you got to figure out how you're going to follow it up.
Now that is, like I said, I'm doing some digging because right now the current soaked field with these matchups today, I don't know that I'm seeing any million-view video potential outside the part two at the Whistler. So I'm going to have to do some thinking.
I think you got to fuck his wife.
Brandon, out loud, though, college the tournament, I wanted to make it to Omaha. I think the content for the tournament, I might have to go to the Knoxville, Tennessee Super Regional and try to like be the voodoo that brings down their dream season, the Super Regional with that fan base. I feel like that may be something I need to think about.
All right, yeah, that'll work. Take down the number one team. That would go viral as well.
You know.
All right, so have fun. I assume you're going back out there. It starts at 12:45 Central
Yeah,
Time.
I'm going on this big Birmingham radio show for an hour, do live, and then I'm going to come back and go out to the stadium after.
Okay. All right, we will. We will talk to you tomorrow. You call in and give us a recap of today, and you can call in every day that you're down there at SEC tournament.
You got it, Brady.
Also, one more thing, Ben. You tweeted out, "Oh, this must be a big deal if Brandon Walker's getting me to call in." You're part of the show. Did he leave?
Gone. Long gone. He's at the stadium.
He's got a big Birmingham show to go to. You're just the pregame for him.
Ben motherfucking Mintz.
Look at that. I've really outdone myself when
he's on the fucking
He's part of the show.
Fucking guy, man.
There's a seat right here. You're on the show. You're a member of the show.
He really is something.
Bigger time slot for his guest appearance on the Birmingham station.
Yeah. Also, Tom Brady's
5 minutes
fake.
Huh?
Tom Brady's fucking a fake.
What'd he do?
That golf video? You don't buy it?
Watch. Can you bring up the?
I watched. I said to Jerry, I thought it might be fake.
The biggest fake video.
I haven't. I saw that
if it's real, it's like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah,
I saw that it existed. So
it's a sick video. If you look at it uncynically, but they're definitely.
If you just look at it, like really,
it's probably fake.
All right, we're filming Tom Brady. Okay.
That's in the hole.
That does look like a fake reaction.
Just watch the ball.
Okay. The ball is in flight.
And then all of a sudden, you can't see it. It's landed right.
Oh, that's terribly fake.
So
fake. The end was the end was
so
rough.
Fake. And people are like,
the end was
rough.
rough.
I know some people are joking, but some people are not joking, being like, holy shit.
It looked real until it got to the green.
Yeah.
And
See,
then,
if it had like rolled across the green, I'd be like, all right, maybe.
It just went from here, and then all of a sudden, you can't see it.
Yeah.
You just see it like right
there. It's to the right, and then all of a sudden
it changes,
it ends up to the
just like
left.
in the hole.
Yeah.
Why does he need to do that?
Look at his
probably an ad for the drone company.
It's going to do 20 million.
No, but look
views.
at his the comment right under his thing, his golf apparel, Tom Brady golf apparel.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's his golf. That's the plainest blue shirt I've ever seen.
Plain thing
That's
in
just
the world.
I get that at Walmart.
Yeah.
He's going to sell 1 billion of them.
Mike Trout did the eyeballs.
How many
emoji?
views does it have?
730 or 435. It was something 35.
It was posted very recently.
Yeah, very recently.
An hour ago, it has 7, so like half a Mintz.
Yeah, half a Mintz.
All right, so there we go. We got the Mincy stuff. I still can't believe he said, I must have done something great if I'm going to be on Pick Central today.
That's a wild move. That's him. And then he tweeted he was trending 6 times.
Yeah, no, good for him.
I love it. I love it. Also, someone's out. That Mets loss yesterday, and I know that Mets loss yesterday was correlated with Frank's attack, and I know it. I know it. He got hacked.
You got to shut the fuck up.
Yes.
You got to shut the fuck up because you. I don't know what time you got here, but you weren't here this morning.
At Rico.
You weren't here this morning. This motherfucker right here. Okay.
What'd you do?
Frank the Tank walks in about 11 o'clock, screaming. The Mets are never going to win again. We got a guy going today, infinite ERA, and every time,
Just wound up my little toy.
every time
across the office.
Every time Frank would go down, Rico would go, "Hey Frank, how many runs did they score in the 8th inning last night?" And he'd just go right back.
I said, "Wait, Frank, I went to bed. They were up." No. Just, people in the office want to murder.
It's about a 2-minute yell, die down, wait 5 minutes. Rico's like, "Hey, what actually happened last night, Frank?" And then it comes back up
You
again.
know what? It's more funny for Rico to do it because there's also just 2 other people that do the same thing to him. So it's like he's just like, "Oh, this is what it looks like."
Yeah, but they do it. They do it out of like malice. He was doing it out of like mischief.
Hey, but I do think there was a correlation of someone trying to hack Frank when it's one of the worst losses they've had.
Not gonna lie, I bet on the Mets. I was up venting on Twitter at like 2 a.m.
Yeah, I saw that.
I was
So
so
they were
mad.
down 8-2. They scored 7 runs.
So they're up 11-8 in the 8th inning. They let up a 3-run homer, and then they even loaded the bases and got out of it. But then they score another run. So it's bottom. So they're up 12-11, bottom 9. They get 2 outs, nobody on, and Diaz gives up 4 hits in a row, score 2 runs, lose the game.
Oh, I didn't know it was 2.
That's why.
Somebody on.
That's why we heard they'd lose Diaz this
Oh,
week.
they
Like it was
got a
a
3-run
disgusting
thing.
loss.
Peterson hits his 3-run home at a
I know they came back down from
That's the
Unbelievable.
one thing. They were.
but once you're up 11-8 in the 8th, like all that shit's over. Like
I
that-
know, but it's still they were down 8-2. So it's like
But then being up a run with 2 outs, nobody on, you give up
100%.
4 singles in a row.
100% should win.
4 singles in a row.
Stinks.
That's a good shirt, Rico.
Fuck.
Very good shirt.
I was on tilt. I had the Royals plus 180. They gave up a 3-run lead too.
Baseball's been kicking your ass.
I just can't like this season. I can't catch a break. I just every bullpen just blows it.
Orioles are fucking getting frisky.
You want to say what I'm? We called that. We said it was gonna be frisky. You want to say what I've been doing in baseball? At least on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
I mean, you called it.
I also
Yesterday they
come out
hit.
with this, hold on. You're
Montgomery,
yelling
wow.
8 of 9, 8 of 9, 8 of 9. Why? How come it's not showing up in your record?
It's true.
We only do the show 2 days a week.
So you're 8 of 9.
8 and 9 best bets. I've been hammering the best
On-
bets.
on
I bet
hot
more
ice.
on the best bets. Yeah, hot
How many
ice.
wins do you have on this show?
At least 8.
That's what I was gonna say.
I told you this show's never like. I can make a run getting hot in
No,
a
it's not a
month, but I'm-
priority for him.
No, that's not true. I'm betting more on the best bets.
So 8 of 9 on hot ice.
8 of
Hot
9
ice,
best bets on hot ice.
Shout out Turk.
Hot ice every Tuesday and Thursday.
No bullshit. The guy's been on a baseball.
Show the
heater.
standings again,
Yeah.
please.
Like dead serious. He's been on a fucking.
Who's Turk?
heater. One of
Yes,
Elio's
boy.
guys.
It's good. It's a good guy.
He has
We
boost
had
in
him
the
on.
sports book.
All right.
We had him on. We had Elio,
had
and
him
then
on ice.
Elio had Turk to have on.
Can we
So
just
we
look
had
at the
back to
standings
back.
for a second? I mean, come on, guys.
I'm the worst.
a little competition.
I've been just the absolute worst.
Give me a little fucking
Can't
competition.
get out
this
of my own way.
2. I'll be -2 the rest of my life. If I could choose that right now, being -2 a month, I'm in.
Can you just pull up the NBA standings one more time? Just continues to be so impressive that y'all really don't talk about it enough. I know Rico talks about it a lot. He texts me every night begging me for an NBA pick, and you're welcome.
Yeah, I mean,
The Mavs last night.
Mavs in the over.
tried to tell you. That just smelled like the man.
You're in a big I told you so mood today.
I'm
Yeah,
not,
there's
listen,
nothing worse when you say I
yeah.
tried to tell you.
That's 2 in a row. Look at that.
You know there's nothing worse.
Look at that.
I know. I'm horrible at the NBA. I've known that.
I'm not good at it. It's this line movement thing.
never
For
good
some reason,
at
it's worked in this sport.
I'm in 3rd at -. Wow, that's actually pretty impressive with the same amount.
we're all a bunch of baseball sharps.
I went up like 40 units last year in baseball. I don't know. I just can't win. I just cannot.
Long season, Big F.
I just can't win.
A long season.
I gotta figure something out.
I'm sorry to go back to Mintz. Did Mintz admit he knows nothing about college baseball?
For
Yeah,
sure. He
I-
absolutely did.
Imagine anyone else did that.
I think he admitted it from the fact that he's not going to tell you the X's and O's, which is fine.
Which is
yeah.
what I've been trying to tell people. But if I say that, oh shit,
Hello, Dan. Morning.
fucking people will lose their shit on me. Imagine I said that.
No, it would be bad.
Bad.
It would be bad. So tonight we have a critical Game 5 in an NBA playoffs.
huge game for
It's
us.
been pointed out we've had a bunch of blowouts, and even last night it was a 10-point game. But tonight we have Celtics and the Heat, Game 5. But the line's moving towards the Celtics.
It swung crazy.
Yeah, it's swinging towards the Celtics.
What's it at
It
now?
was Heat -1.5 like last
Boston
night.
-2.
It's -2.
Mm.
And this
On the road too.
yeah, on the road, like it's swinging. Somebody's hammering the Celtics.
Yeah.
I got no choice but to follow that because that's what I do. That's how I've been doing it. But it's still wild to me. A game
You think
5,
that's like the narrative is like they said the Heat only won 2 quarters? Like Boston has kind of won this series.
It is
but
weird
it's
to start-
tied. It's weird.
But to me, it's weird to start counting quarters. Like quarters don't matter. Games matter. Like if you
No, I got you.
but it is
They've also tied 4 quarters too. Like 20. Like they've tied a lot too. So it's not like it's only one. Because I'm looking at I thought it was interesting too, where it's like, how is it 2-2 when they've won 2 quarters?
like people are saying that to back the Celtics. Oh, they've only lost 2 quarters. Well, they've only lost 2 quarters and they lost 2 games. Like
Yeah.
what's going wrong? Why
Right.
are they going? Why are they going in the tank so bad that it loses
Right.
them games? So that doesn't impress me much. But they're 2-point favorites now on the road. They're both going to play defense. I do kind of like. I'm going with the over tonight because it started at 203. Now it's at 204. So I'm betting that. But I don't
I'm on the over.
I would never bet it if I wasn't just following blindly that stupid system.
Right.
So
it's 1-1-1 now.
Yeah.
I'm so confused on who to pick tonight. I picked the Heat already, but like I don't fucking know. They confuse me. The match.
In nut cutting time in these playoffs, the Celtics have been great.
They have, and we talked about it last series. I thought they won 6 games against the Bucks. They just gave back with those late possessions.
You can say that, yeah. Of course, they've been good with nut cutting time, but the Heat haven't had the nut cut.
But the Celtics had to go through the Bucks, and the Heat got the Sixers.
It's not their fault.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like if the Heat had drawn the Bucks, they would have. We would know if they would have the same moment.
Again, they still took care of business against the Sixers.
They did.
It's like
they did. And
I don't know. I just feel like the Heat are so disrespected. It's crazy.
They have been a disrespected one all season, all series, all playoffs.
What was it last year? The Jazz were the 1 seed.
Yeah,
that was a deserved like.
Right. Nobody believes in the Jazz, no matter what seed they get.
Yeah.
I just think at this point, I mean, there's 2 teams left in the. I just think the Celtics are better.
But the Heat,
gun to my head, I think they're a better team.
And the Heat were in the finals 2 years ago. Like this isn't a fluke. They were in the finals 2 years ago.
Also, is Harrow going to play tonight or no?
Good question.
That makes a big difference.
Is that how you say it?
Harrow? Tyler Harrow?
I'd say Hero. Hero? Tyler Hero?
Tyler Hero.
I think I split the difference between Hero and Hero.
That's kind of what I try to do. I guess I lean more. I just said Harrow, but
Hero.
Hero.
Yeah, like your hair has an O.
Like
Hero.
Yeah. Like the little curlies on the back of your head. That's a Hero. Rico, how you doing?
Good.
How's your life, Rico?
It's all right. I mean,
Rico has.
I'm getting the FOMO. I'm writing the blog, Memorial Day, show houses. I'm fucking old.
What do you mean FOMO? You can go down there if you want to.
That's tough.
You got the
money. Hang out.
He can't hang out with you. You know that.
Yeah, it's just tough to get. It's tough to get out of the house. I'm old.
All right. So before we
hang out, it's just old. Wish I was moving into a house.
Sorry, hold on. I'll do the ad after the Rico.
All right.
Story
hour. You asked how I was.
I know. He asked how you were. I was. And now he's looking at his phone. He's like you with Frank this morning, just getting you fired up. Can I read the ad?
Hang out with him. Huh? I want to hang out with Rico. I do.
You know you're still toxic, Marty.
Nobody's
allowed to hang out with you.
Yeah, it's true. It's been a month.
Created by fans for fans. Hey, why are you looking at me like that?
Intensely checking this ad.
Created by fans for fans, Game Time's a new ticketing app that makes it easier than ever to score last-minute deals on tickets to sports, concerts, and shows that guarantee the lowest price. The purchase process takes just 2 taps and 10 seconds. Once you buy your tickets, they're delivered directly to your phone, no printer needed. The app also allows you to easily share tickets with friends via text, so you can get in the game seamlessly, skip the hassle, enjoy the moment. Boy, the Rangers are back, huh?
Fucking awesome.
The city's on fire for them. And if they come back to they will come back to the Garden, guaranteed. So when they come back to the Garden, you can skip the hassle, enjoy the moment, get you a last-minute deal on the right seat at the right price. The exclusive ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. Download Game Time, last-minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Download the Game Time app, go to the account tab to create a login, redeem code CENTRAL for $20 off your first purchase. Download Game Time, last-minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Some good-ass paper, right?
Real good paper.
Some good paper right there. Yeah, the Rangers just...
Ranges.
I love.
That's how Francesa would say it. Always used to crack me up.
The city's a fucking hellhole, and it's detestable in every way. But when the Rangers are playing around this Garden, it feels good out there. It feels really good.
It's a nice buzz.
Imagine what it would be like for a Knick playoff game.
Would it be,
dude? It's a basketball
10
city.
10 times.
Knicks
a basketball city.
And we're just just a starving fan base.
Well, I mean, I have.
We riot when we win game 1.
Someone was well respected in the industry was asked, went on another podcast and was asked, like, rank the teams in the city, and he was like, when the Knicks are cooking, the Knicks own the city no matter what.
Over the Yankees?
I'd probably agree as well.
Yankees don't play in
You got to
Manhattan.
realize they're
so far away,
too, and it's in the Bronx.
No, well, just the town. Like, who owns the town?
Right.
When they're making runs.
I
and
agree
the Knicks own the fucking
They're
town.
just never good.
It is weird that the NFL is the biggest sport, and neither of those would even have any claim to owning this town. Is it because they're split so far, the Giants and the Jets?
I wouldn't. I mean, it's just like you just can't put a football stadium here, so it's like.
All right.
I would think it's relative.
So the fact that it's
regionally split, I would say.
in MSG at the heart
Definitely
of the city.
helps.
That helps.
Also, like the history of New York. I know people. I talk about it all the time. Like, it's a basketball city. West Fourth playgrounds. People grew up like. The players who have come out of here, like it's
And
basketball
you see, like,
matters a lot.
There's no Nets fans. If you're every New Yorker, you're a Knicks fan.
The Nets. The only way the Nets.
Period.
The Nets. History of fans are 12 to 14 years old and then are being born as we speak. Like they're gonna become Nets.
Even
You gotta
old
wait
school-
30 years to be Nets fans.
What about old schoolers that lived in Jersey when they were the New Jersey Nets?
They're not a hugely popular.
Even when they were
team,
good,
like-
they weren't like you see.
Yeah,
Like,
they weren't like
there's
a
your Frank the
major.
Tanks here and there that are Nets fans, but it's not like
They weren't a major like fan base type.
they
team.
also never got over the hump to get those like
Yeah. Now-
true bandwagon.
I'm
Could the-
still a
could
big
the Nets-
Drazen Petrovic guy.
Dead. Could the Nets become
He's
popular?
not wrong.
Could the Nets become popular? They could, but it's going to take 30 years if you ask me.
You'd have to win a title. I
mean,
think.
yeah.
I think a title would
Not
that
their-
would be a big
dude,
swing.
if
But
Kyrie and like they have players.
Oh,
that
what I
people-
meant was like the ecstatic fan base for people who like
You
grew
mean-
up on them. They need
Oh,
to
yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah.
Generationally popular.
Yes, generationally popular.
I think it goes.
Are the Nets better than the Knicks right now? Yeah, probably.
I think Nets are
Definitely.
dead last of like. New
oh,
York.
not even. It's not
100%.
even
About. I think it
close.
goes Knicks 1. I really think it goes Yankees 2,
Yeah, I would say so.
That's 3.
and then either Giants or Mets.
I think Mets are 3. Just my
yeah, I
outsider.
would probably give the Mets 3 just in terms of like the city itself.
Yeah, and then I.
Because when the Mets
football's
also
so
like what
split.
Frank says too, like the Mets fans do have that like little brother chip on your shoulder. Like 2015, we were cooking when they were running. Like Mets and '86, they own the city for a little bit. It's just been so far few in between. But Mets fans are definitely a diehard.
They ride.
Even
definitely a
pop-
diehard.
pop-
pop culture wise, growing up, you would see Mets hats in movies. You would see Mets things.
Yeah.
You would never see New York Giants stuff.
No,
Well, I mean, you just don't wear like a Yankees fitted, like a Mets fitted, or like you don't wear like a Giants.
it is
Jets
crazy where
fitted,
people
like-
wear baseball hats more than just like.
Yeah, it's just like it's just fashion.
I got a take about baseball fashion, and I happen to be when I put it on today, I realized this.
Past 2 days,
No, Monday and yesterday
Wednesday.
you weren't here.
I was streaming yesterday.
So
It's still ridiculous. Managers get dressed, by the way.
these are the most comfortable things to wear in the world. Baseball jerseys.
Oh yeah,
They're so fucking.
love wearing
comfortable.
baseball jerseys.
We should normalize wearing baseball. Not ones to play in, Marty. That you're
That's
thinking
what I
of.
was gonna say.
But this,
Yes,
this.
because I hate playing.
This is incredible.
Playing in baseball jerseys, but wearing them are fucking comfortable as shit.
We should normalize wearing baseball jerseys because they are, and people now down south, people say adults should never wear pro sports jerseys. They hate it. It's like a stigma. In big cities and here, people wear jerseys, and I tend to side with that. If you want a jersey, fucking wear a jersey. We should normalize wearing baseball jerseys.
I like.
You're a big boy. That'd be great.
I wear them. I wear them. Yeah,
Great look for you.
I wear them all the time for sure. I wore them a lot more in college, but I got a couple that I wear here and there.
I don't know why adults can't wear jerseys.
You don't
People-
stop
they-
being you don't stop being a fan when
They
you
get hardos about it, just being like, "Oh, you're wearing you're like a 40-year-old man wearing like a 25-year-old jersey. Who cares?"
You don't stop
cares?
you don't stop being a fan.
Yeah, I don't think it really matters.
I'll be a fan when I'm 70 years old of some 20-year-old
like,
for the Dolphins.
All right,
Uh-oh.
Jersey Fridays, every summer
Not
for the rest of the summer.
starting. Well, not this Friday. We don't have a show. Starting next Friday.
Next Friday,
Thursday Fridays.
Jersey Friday.
I'm down. You down?
Yeah, fuck it.
Why wouldn't you just go with the easy like the Jersey Day?
That's already been done, and one of them was a scumbag camera guy who was involved in that.
Can you not bring your fucking things here?
Some heavy hitters thought he was a scumbag.
Ooh,
St. Louis Blues.
IP.
he's just.
I don't think he was thought as a scumbag.
He's
He
a
just-
scumbag.
He flamed out.
It was a little strong, but I mean I knew what you meant when you said it.
He was. I would say no cameras. He'd do the camera. I wasn't a fan.
That's his job. That was his job. by the way.
People have stipulations.
That was his job.
You fly first class every time and take $3 million.
Please don't tell people that. It's not a big deal. and
Kids'
it's not
college is paid for.
2.8. Cuts Clothing. Cuts Clothing is every Cuts shirt is designed for a modern tailored fit. They're insanely comfortable. Plus, Cuts has all the essentials for looking sharp, like tees, hoodies, polos, and more. So you can stop bouncing between brands to shop for different shirts. Their quality is super soft, and they have premium fabric. They got crew necks, Henleys, long sleeves. I love the T-shirts. Their long sleeves are also very, very comfortable. I know Marty's a big Cuts Clothing endorser. Loves the Cuts Clothing.
I'm wearing them.
That's Cuts Clothing pants
Yep.
right there.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. If you weren't wearing that ugly Yankee shirt, it would be a great outfit.
Sick Yankee shirt.
It is a good Yankee shirt, to be honest. They got great colors as well. Everything about Cuts clothing is comfortable and great. Refresh your wardrobe in time for summer with Cuts. See for yourself why Cuts is one of the fastest growing men's brands with over 1 million shirts sold. Get 15% off your first order by going to cutsclothing.com/picks. That's CUTS clothing.com/picks. NBA draft is coming up.
Yes.
I saw my first mock draft yesterday, or first mock top 10, and I want you college basketball boys, if that's still a thing, to walk me through
I like that.
this. Huh?
That was a good question.
Yeah, I want you to walk me through this. The number one pick that I saw, it looks like it's down to 3. I think it's down to Chet Holmgren, Jabari Smith, or Paolo. Is it Banchero or Banchero? I've seen it. Banchero. Okay.
I texted our guy in Orlando. He's no longer there. I said, hey, congrats. He's moving on.
So the draft I saw said Chet Holmgren number 1 to the Magic. Okay.
Okay.
Followed by number 2 Jabari Smith to the number 2 team. The Rockets
Thunder, I believe.
The Rockets number 3 Paolo Banchero.
Okay.
Banchero. Then you had Shadon Sharp, Jalen Duren, Keegan Murray, Jaden Ivey at 7.
That's disgusting.
Jaden
Ivey might be, I think, he's the best player in the draft.
Jaden Ivey
Murray can fucking play.
I know how good Murray is.
Rising.
You're already having the
Jaden Ivey, in my opinion, is the
Jaden
best
Ivey's
player.
also older.
That's
I'm
the
good with
thing.
that.
No,
I'm good with
I
that.
know that you're good with it, and I think anyone with a pulse is fucking good with it. But NBA
What is he,
wise,
21?
yeah, he's a dinosaur.
I don't
Can't
understand
take him,
that.
Can't take
Like,
him, can't take him.
You can
can't
still
take
get
him.
15 years
Dude,
out of it.
Yeah, but Brandon,
Think about-
I'm being like sarcastic and playing it up. You realize that at 22 years old, 21 years old, they're a dinosaur.
Yeah, I know.
Relatively,
you also-
right? Like just how it goes.
I agree with you guys. I'm 100, like 21.
He's 20. He turns 21 in February.
And I don't know.
So he'll be
I think
21,
the
but-
deep,
he's
maybe
20,
the
he's 20. He's legit.
But listen,
20 years
I
old.
agree.
maybe the
with you guys,
defense is dropping
obviously,
him. Maybe the
but
fact they didn't show up.
if you can think about Jason Tatum, like he's a guy. They got him at 19 years old. That's 2 more years that they have him under that control. I don't know. I understand, but 20 and 21, it's like if you think about any other sport. College football, you have to stay 3 years.
20 is like the absolute youngest you can
Baseball, you get in at like 25.
Well, now starting, is it next year? There's no more. You have to go to college. You can go from the NBA from
Why?
high school again.
They're
Why
changing
is
that
it-
back? I didn't know that.
be. I know they've been working on it for a while.
You need to have known that. I need.
Well, it's an NBA draft rule, and
I
they're
also
changing every
fair enough.
fucking
But
3
I
years.
also think it's not going to change. Like people are still going to be like, all right, might as well get my NIL deal in fucking college. If people are getting $3 million.
Well, there's a couple guys that's coming straight from the G League this year, right?
Yes.
Somebody's coming from the Ignite, whatever the fuck that is.
Who was the first one to do that? Brandon Jennings.
Yeah,
He went overseas.
Yeah.
Well, yes, skip college is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
he was the
The
first guy.
Last year was like Jalen Green and Kuminga both.
He was the first guy to skip college when they made it a 1-year thing.
Well, Kuminga went to Florida State.
No,
Kuminga didn't go to Florida State.
no, G League guy.
Did I make that up?
Yeah,
Did they have a Kuminga? They had to have a Kuminga.
I don't know.
Something similar, but not Kuminga's
Why?
a G League
Why
guy.
is it that NBA you're just ready to play, but every other sport you're not?
It is
Like,
an interesting.
and why?
I don't think you're ready to play. I think they're willing to develop you in the sport, whereas you can't really do that in NFL football. And baseball has a development system built in, so baked into the system.
But why also is baseball the only sport that when you get drafted you don't see the light of day for like
Well,
years? Where
I
NFL,
think they draft you the most raw in baseball.
NFL, you're going straight to playing quarterback in the NFL.
I think there's huge differences in the quality of high school football and pro football, and college is a great gap. I think pro baseball, huge difference between high school and you have to have that gap. Whereas basketball, either a guy's got it or he doesn't.
It's the same game you're saying. It's just like
I'm not telling you I don't know, but
They've eliminated the physicality.
there's been a whole lot of high school players that have just been fine, and there's been several that haven't. So, but
there's a bunch that are go right to the NBA are completely fine.
I don't know. I can't imagine. Maybe Jadeveon Clowney, when he was coming out, could he have gone from high school to NFL?
There's definitely, like I guarantee like AP his freshman year could have done well in the NFL.
Trevor Lawrence could have been developed in there.
But that's like, but AP like guys like that, like that's a freak of nature. Like there's a handful of those over like a decade.
And Bryce Harper was ready to go as soon as he got up.
He's
Like
definitely ready to go.
Bryce Harper was right at 14 years
Yeah,
old.
Bryce Harper.
Interesting that baseball isn't.
Like even Trevor Lawrence, I think like
Dude,
I don't think he would have been.
Baseball, I'm telling you, I think they baby him too much. Where
Oh,
it's
I
like
agree with that. They
they're
baby pitchers at every
miserable-
level.
They're miserable in the fucking minors, and then like by the time they get up there, it's like holy shit.
Even
don't
like
talk
their
on-
top prospects are starting in A.
Orioles
not
guy,
AA.
the
Like,
Orioles
why-
guy took 3 years.
We
Why are
don't
we
talk
gonna make
enough
this
about-
guy play A ball at all?
We don't talk
You know what I
enough
mean?
about how much minor league baseball just fucking sucks.
Horrible.
Sucks.
Riding buses.
If you're not a bonus, if you're not a
Yeah.
guy that got a huge signing bonus and you can live comfortably off that, you're making fucking
terrible.
peanuts and you're driving
Nothing.
riding a bus. Sucks.
It's like
Plus, it's so watered down. Well, now they got rid of a lot of the teams, but you had rookie ball, short A, long A, double A, triple A. Like, what do we do?
TJ, how long have we been hearing about Jason Dominguez?
Like 4 years,
And
3
what about
years.
Volpe?
Like 2.5, 3 years.
Bro, it's just like
Dominguez is still only like 19 or 20.
Dominguez earliest case he gets up at the end of next season, and then his rookie year would be the season after, so 24.
it's just like throw him in there a little bit, and like they're in the beginning of the season where these like or spring training or whatever it is, throw him in there and just see how it is.
Baseball, I think it makes more sense because if like especially the Yankees have a stacked outfield right now, you want his control to be as long as possible.
No,
It's like there's no
100%.
reason to force
Those
them.
rules are stupid.
Those rules.
No,
are
and I agree
so
they're stupid, but they're just the rules, and they're gonna play by them.
This started as an NBA draft conversation because when I saw Jaden Ivey at 7, I thought whoever's
He's so clutch.
whoever's
too.
3 through 6 is stupid if he gets to 7 because I understand taking Chet like he
I
looks
don't
like a
understand
unicorn.
Chet at 1.
I think Chet, if he develops a great 3-point shot and if he develops a couple things, like he could be a fucking monster.
Jabari Smith's the number 1 pick.
I think it's Chet. I think Chet has tools that, and there are guys that get up there like this that maybe he looks weak in college, but you give him 3 years of getting stronger, getting better. He's got skills that other people don't have at that size.
I don't know. It just didn't like when he just didn't take over for that team as much as
No, but he was-
Jabari
he was-
Smith did when
he-
he played even better competition.
Did Jabari Smith really take over though?
Yeah,
I mean, he hit a lot of like when they needed a shot, he was
the guy, and he would.
and he
always-
made it
he was
pretty
big
often.
time. Auburn, like they made Auburn fucking.
Every time I watched him, they had that fucking guard who thought he was the guy, and he would just shoot him out.
That's
of
why
the
they
game.
lost.
That's
the
the
problem,
problem as well.
yeah.
Yes,
But that's just like what you would say about when fucking RJ.
Jabari
Barrett
can
was on
he
the
can
team.
just score. Period.
He just looks like he's and the most
6'10",
NBA ready.
he's
Where
long.
it's like you
I actually think
saying
I get
Chet has to develop some things, or it's already like Jabari seems like he's already there.
I get a little bit of like good teammate vibes from Chet, knowing that it was Timmy's show. You know what I mean? Like they were gonna feature Timmy, so it's almost like Anthony Davis. Like Anthony Davis scored what 12 for Kentucky, 10 a game or something like that. He was like their 4th scoring option because he knew, hey,
He
we're
was
gonna
so
spread it.
dominant on defense.
I know, yeah, we're gonna spread it around. Like I actually think Chet
Also, his
could be
offensive game just wasn't where. Obviously, now he's
100%.
I feel like
He
you
just wasn't there
But
yet.
I think Chet being like, yeah, whatever, just working it out. You know what I mean? Like trust few, and it's better for the team. I'm still gonna be all right. I think he could go. You know, he could score more if he need to.
Anthony Edwards, when he was number 1 pick, he had a lot to work on. He was very, very raw. And then this is the end of his 2nd year. He's all of a sudden really fucking good.
And he
I feel
hates
like Chet,
basketball.
you can throw Chet down in Orlando, not expect anything for 2 years. He grows with Suggs. He grows with
Yeah,
these
they're
other
boys.
guys.
Wagner,
boys, which is the most confusing thing ever. Did I tell y'all about going to a Magic game here at the Garden? And I didn't know they had 2 Wagners, and I thought this guy is just playing all
We
night.
were right by them. And we were like, I can't believe they're both on the team.
I didn't know they had both Wagners. Yeah, and they'll sub them out for each other. There's never not a Wagner on the court. But I think you can throw them in Orlando for 2 years, and then you look up in 2025 and it's like, oh fuck, Orlando's got a good little base here.
Well, yeah, they have Cole Anthony as well too, right?
Yeah.
And Terrence Ross,
Well, he's
great.
he's a great guy and great scorer. I just thought he's always going to be traded at some point.
I was
Right?
gonna say he's got to be.
What
But
I
is
thought
he
they were going to
traded
trade him
this year?
last year.
Yeah.
Like he called me on the shit 2 years ago to ask if he got traded.
Because he's somebody that you plug into a contender, he's going to score you
Yeah.
18 to 20. I
He's
don't understand why he's still in Orlando.
crazy.
Seems like a target the Lakers should be going, but they're a fucking mess. So
What do y'all think about Juwan Howard not interviewing for the Lakers job at all when LeBron wanted him
Love that.
because of college basketball?
I don't fault him.
No, not.
Well, his sons are on the team at Michigan.
Suns on team in Michigan. He's already doing a fantastic job at Michigan. What do you go to? Elite 8 and the Sweet 16?
Mm-hmm.
Which in his first 2 years, which is insane. And then why would you want to go to and Juwan Howard's done the NBA. Like he doesn't need. It's not like us. Like of course you're gonna go to the Lakers, but the Lakers are dying. It's literally like LeBron's going to retire soon. Why do you want to go on that end of this sinking ship?
I think the other thing too is he can run you out of town at any point, and Michigan is his dream job. So it's not like he's at Stanford, and he's like, all right, I go to the Lakers, it bombs out, I come back, hopefully I get the Michigan job. It's like, I already have the Michigan job.
This guy
I pass on it. Now I got to wait. Like, what if they go get somebody who's good? That's a difficult.
This guy punched someone in Michigan.
I was literally going to say that. He
And
survived. He mushed the guy. I was like,
he
the Lakers are
literally
going to be out next season.
threw a punch, and everyone still loves this guy. Why the fuck would
Yeah,
he?
3 weeks later they went on a run. It's like,
It's like, oh, he's the greatest coach.
yeah.
You could easily one bad year with the Lakers.
I mean, they had a really bad season at Michigan, like relatively. And, they obviously saved it a little to get to the tournament, but.
They had a bad if they had a good season if you look at Sweet 16.
Right,
but if
they're
you
one of
look
the
at
top
their
16 teams,
they're
but they-
supposed to be the number one team going into
they
it.
shouldn't have had to beat a 6 and a 3 to get to the Sweet 16. But
Tonight on the dozen. Tonight on the dozen, we are in night 3 of the dozen tournament. One more doubleheader tonight. And then tomorrow night, the experts finally hit the field. It's our show. We hit the field tomorrow. Save the best for last. But we have tonight the Yak against the Booze Ponies, and I believe we have somebody against Team Minahan, and I can't remember. Oh, it's
Generation XYZ.
XYZ. Large, a very good team. Large is a beast, and Minahan's a beast. Pretends to be the best player in the league. There you go. The Yak against the Booze Ponies, and Team Minahan against. I forgot you were in the fucking.
Yeah.
No wonder you knew that. Bibbs looks good with hair too. I need to tell him that. Bibbs looks good with the long hair. Of course, in that graphic with those guys, a lot of bad hair there. Not you.
I might have to come in and wreak some havoc on the dozen next year.
You are you going to be a part of the free agent pool, or are you?
I think there's a couple weak links I might have to tune in and be like, yo, I could make it better.
You could make a team.
There's a few. There was one on that board, right there that I think I can make. I can make.
I think there's
I think
two
you
on that
should call
board
him
you
out.
could make.
I think
better.
you should call it out.
I think
There's a couple. I'm gonna be having some conversations behind
listen,
closed
You want
doors.
to kick up to the skip?
I think you should call it out. Who
Booze
it is.
Pony?
He says he's untouchable.
The Booze Ponies, and then the team in the yellow's got a couple weak spots.
The yellow was the one I had in mind.
Okay.
The Booze Ponies, they're too new. They're like a
Booze
new.
Ponies are too funny.
They're too new. Yeah, like that's not the team.
Also,
I'm trying to go for a team that I think can win.
Chef Donnie is miscast in the Booze Ponies. I think you'd fit better with the Booze Ponies.
That's fair. No, that's fair. And I don't know Chef Donnie's like general. They haven't played enough. Like I don't really know
The
how
fact
good
that
they are.
Dana's the best person on that team is
It's troubling.
Is
that's
yeah.
It was pretty good. The ones that I did watch.
Look at that's just Barstool Sports right there. Just a bunch of 30-year-old white guys just sucking our own dick. There it is. Anxious to see what Mintz does to speaking of sucking your own dick, what he does to follow up today with the SEC tournament. I like the wig idea. I like the whistling idea.
Maybe like a fake beard. Go facial hair.
Go the Bobby Valentine route.
Use game time to get some better seats.
Use game time to get
Yep.
some better seats. Yes,
Promo code PICS or Central.
Central.
Promo code Central.
that's okay. What else we got to talk about? By the way, Brittany Griner's still in Russia. Does this bother nobody?
It's
Pretty fucked
It's
up.
bothered
That's
me
wild.
for a while
She's
where
still
it's
in Russia.
no one's talking about it.
I saw on ESPN today it said Brittany Griner's wife's like asking the NBA commissioner to help get Brittany out of Russia. Like, all right, it's about time we get Brittany out of Russia, right?
About time we get her out.
Let's go. Can we
It's
go
like,
get
can
Brittany?
Someone
I'm not
say
even
something.
I'm not. And we've randomly somehow Rico became a politics guy here, but that's on Joey B, right?
It's got to be on Joey.
Like, I like when LiAngelo Ball
In light of events, I'm going to take a break today.
when LiAngelo Ball had the ceiling thing in China, like
But-
that was Trump was like, yo, like
In
get our boys out of there.
we don't need to get into it all. Everyone has opinions, and it's fucked up this world. But Steve Kerr, fucking should be the next president. That was one of the best speeches. You didn't like the speech?
No, I definitely
I gotta
like
watch
the
it. I didn't get.
speech.
To, I
You
saw
also
it went crazy. I gotta watch
got to
it.
remember the connection.
Yeah, PLO
Was
thing.
shot.
His dad was shot.
Father was shot, so he's already like he's got a
Regardless, the way
he's got a
he-
he's no it's fine. He's got a huge
yeah.
connection like in his own thing. This is something he's very passionate about. He's a well-spoken guy. He's a great guy. It was sad. A guy shouldn't have to do that before Game 4. You know, an NBA coach
right,
shouldn't
though.
have to do that. So that's really where
Yeah, it was a rough day.
we all have people who are teachers in our lives too. So it's tough.
It's a rough day. Let's just the way I
Yeah,
the way
yeah.
The way I compartmentalize is like Brandon, you're supposed to entertain people in your little shitty way, so just do that and don't try not to.
No, we're not the people that need to.
Correct. Yeah.
Because I also don't like when people are just saying things or just get retweets on Twitter, and it's like there's a diagram where it's like
I totally did that yesterday, but I was frustrated.
no, but you're frustrated, but that's fine. But like some people, but no, you did it because you're frustrated. Some people do it because they feel like people are like have to like this, where it's like we could try and help the situation, but it's fucking crazy.
So I got one thing to say about gambling, just to bring it back to what we do. I don't know if you baseball guys, have really taken advantage of the Parlay Plus thing. Parlay Plus in football, I never really felt it. I never really got it.
I loved it for the primetime games.
No, it is good. It is good. I just didn't master it. But baseball, I've kind of
I
realized.
actually have an idea for that for the fall, but go back to the baseball.
In baseball, what you can do is, and I did it yesterday. I just tried it out. Parlay Plus on the Barstool Sportsbook. So I had the Astros money line against the Guardians, and I thought it was like minus 120. I'm thinking, okay, well, I'd like to make that a little more oomph there. I'd like to get a little bit more value. You can go to Parlay Plus, over 0.5 hits, Alex Bregman to get a hit, and Jose Ramirez, the two best players, the two best hitters. I parlayed Astros money line, Bregman to get a hit, Jose Ramirez to get a hit. They had the hits by the third inning. Jose Ramirez homered in the first, Bregman doubled in the third. Now I need the Astros to win. They're up 7-1. It was plus 284 instead of minus 120. Today I'm doing the same thing. Padres money line, I like it. It's minus 130. Don't love that. So I'm parlaying it with a hit by Manny Machado, who has more hits than anybody in baseball. Right. It's now plus 140. So you can use these things strategically to get you a little bit more juice. And if you think they're going to win the game, it would stand to reason their best player is going to get a hit.
The only hiccup I talked to you about the only hiccup is sometimes these guys are 1.5 hits.
Right, they are.
Go for the guys with 0.5. It changes the odds. I'm sure you. I mean, it's great. Anytime you can get rid of minus signs on your bets, it's worth it.
And especially do it without. I don't think there's a whole lot of risk in doing that because again, if Manny Machado doesn't get a hit, Padres probably aren't winning. I mean, they could win without. But you think if they go out and win 7-2, Manny Machado is going to have a hit somewhere in there.
Also, 7 runs increases his at bats, helps your odds.
Right, everything.
Get a hit. Yeah, exactly. It's all correlative. Correlated.
There's a word, though. Correlative? What's the word? It's
definitely a word.
Yeah, there's a word in there that we haven't hit.
Yeah, it's all right. It's good. That's good, Ev. Ohio State.
Correlated.
SAT score.
Mm-hmm.
Correlated. Thank you.
I think I did average.
Listen, you're a small guy.
We didn't have to take SATs down south. We took ACTs.
Never took the ACT.
Yes, I took the ACT. Did really well.
Scored a 30.
Had to go to court.
I didn't do well.
Isn't a 30 good?
Subjects.
30 was great. Yeah. 36 is perfect score.
Kicked my ass when he found out I cheated on the SAT, and they caught me.
Yeah. How you cheat on the SAT? Just the guy next to you?
The what's it called? The
valedictorian?
Yeah, he sat next to me, and I just went back in sections and looked at the pictures, and I got like a 2,000, 1,900.
Seems like it worked.
But I got like a 1,300 the first time. They said it's literally like impossible to go up that many points in one sitting.
Were you like, yeah, I cheated?
Well, no, I didn't. They're like, you either get a 0 or you got to go to court and like fight it. And my dad's like, you're gonna crumble in court, so let's just take the 0.
Yeah, you're not that dude.
Just run it back. Just take it again.
College, I had 85% accepted.
All right, so picks. I will go first because I was 4-0 yesterday and continue to just batter the field this month. Nothing much more to say than that. I got two NBA plays following the line movement only. This thing is screaming towards the Celtics. I've got Celtics -2. I don't like it. My mind says the Heat are going to win the game, but following what I've been following all year, Celtics -2 and over 204. I don't like it, but I'm going with it. Over 204 for the Celtics Heat. And then there it is. Manny Machado with a hit. Padres money line plus 132. If I just took Padres money line by itself, it'd be like minus 135, I think.
I would advise to take Houston and a guy to get a hit for them. They win. Right now it's a rubber game. Again, I hit on them last time. They dominate series. They want to win series. They're hot. I would go after somebody with Houston as well.
That's what I did yesterday. So you're very, very right. Marty Mush, you can go next.
I got the Yankees today. They just have to win this game. I have the Athletics plus 145, and I have the Heat plus.
So you're not going to go run line here. You're just going to drink
I'm
that.
laying it because I went 2.5 last night. Wasn't even close.
You just need a win, huh?
I need a win.
All right, let's go with Big F.
All right, I'm also on the Celtics. Also, I don't know if you guys have seen this. Some Twitter rumblings, got a couple of DMs, maybe some COVID with the Heat. That's the word. That's the word in the streets. So just putting that out there now for the people.
Still a thing, huh?
Padres money line I'm on the Tigers Twins over 7.5. That starts actually in 10 minutes. And I'm on the Braves Phillies over 8.5 tonight.
I just want y'all to know, just me to you guys, if I test positive for COVID tomorrow, but I feel fine, I'm not telling y'all. I'm just coming.
That's kind of like what I did last week, but I felt like shit, and I just
You're gonna have to say that.
COVID's just y'all deal with it. I'm just if I feel fine, and I don't care what your face looks like in there, producer. I don't give a shit.
So
I feel he was like, "You son of a bitch." Oh, he's looking at his phone. Okay, sorry. Rico, what are your picks?
Rockies Pirates over 7.5. Twins team total over 4.5. Cubs money line and Celtics Heat over 203.5.
I have baseball overs. I'm always scared of them. I'm a baseball under guy, and every time I bet a fucking baseball over, I did it the other day, it'll be 1-1 in the 7th.
I had the Rockies
Every single
Pirates
time.
the other day, I think, too. Yeah,
It can be the fucking
it's bad pitching.
27
Chase
Yanks
bad
against
pitching.
the 1997 Rockies.
Yeah, chase the bad pitching.
All right, the Yak is up next. I don't know what we'll do, but Yak is up next. Good show, boys. Can't wait to see what Mintzy comes up with for tomorrow. He'll call in. Anything else?
No.
All right, the dozen tonight, 2 matches, and then the champs hit the floor tomorrow night. So that's Pick Central. The Yak is up next.